Welcome, my Rasters and Radettes. Your boy RSP has arrived once again. And as of today, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my specific time zone, we got official confirmation on who will be the representative from ARMS that will also be starting off the second volume of the Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, Min. And during this whole 35-minute presentation, we got a little bit of insight about ARMS in general, and a whole lot of insight on Min and how she plays in the game. And we got more information about other stuff, but I'll address that later on in the video. Okay, so hot take for a minute. I am so glad Nintendo decided to make the initiative and decided to not have Springman as a playable fighter representing ARMS. Because one, Springman is already an assist trophy, and two, with that in mind, that would reignite the flame for the people that want Waluigi to be in Smash. And we do not need any of that chaotic energy around us peaceful Smash fans, and to Sakurai himself. With that out of the way, let's get to talking about Min. So we learned that Min is going to be a physical zoning character. You can't engage in close range combat with Min too much, or else you'll be at constant disadvantage. Min has by far the longest range in attacks in Smash Bros. History. Longer than Byleth, and longer than the Belmonts. Actually, I'm not too confident about the range being longer than the Belmonts bit. I need to look into that once she releases. The A button allows you to attack with Min's left arm, and the B button allows you to attack with Min's right arm. And this kind of sounds scary because you would think that doesn't mean Min has any special attacks. However, that is not the case. You can still do the directional inputs with the B button. With down B, you can change your right arm's arm. One of her arms is a chakram arm. When you launch it, it does a boomerang-like maneuver and swings over back to Min. Its power is really low, but with how much area it covers and how much range it has, it sounds really scary and makes it hard to approach Min. Another arm that she has is a powerhouse arm called the Megawatt. It's really slow, but it deals one pack of a punch when it comes in contact with your opponent. And you can charge this up as well, so when the powered up version comes in contact with an opponent, you can kill at such early percentages. And last but not least, we have the Dragon Arm. It's pretty much a standard arm, with the only difference being that you can shoot lasers with it. And when you grab your opponent, it will power up and make the laser even more powerful, especially when you punch your opponent with it. With a lot of these attacks of hers being range attacks, you are close to thinking that she is incapable of doing any close combat attacks. However, that is not the case, because doing the standard arms attacks, that only means that you have to hold A and B. When you quickly tap the A button, she'll unleash a flurry of kicks onto her opponent. They call it the Kung Fu combo. She has an up smash in Smash Bros. That can reflect projectiles from other opponents, which is in respect to her original ability to deflect punches in the original game. Now that I say that, if two people are playing Min and they're facing off against each other, will you still be able to deflect attacks? I would say most likely. She has two types of up Bs. On the ground, she does this up B where the longer you hold it, the higher you jump, similar to Hero's up B. Her up B in the air is a tether. You can't really do much with it except recover. And that's pretty much all I can say about it. Her final smash is called Arms Rush. It includes every character ever from ARMS in a cinematic cutscene where they're punching the given opponents, and it ends off with Min and finishing them off with a dragon laser. Now that we're done talking about Min, let's talk about her stage, because it's not a fighter pack without an exclusive stage, am I right? Min's stage looks like just a standard Final Destination stage with just one platform in the middle. However, if you look at the edges between each side of the stage, you'll know that those are actually springs. Once they activate, you're able to jump on them and you'll go skyrocketing that you become like a sort of rocket. In this brief state, you are also able to hit your opponents as well. There are also ceiling arcs on top of the stage that you can push your opponents into. throw one of your opponents into one of those ceiling arcs, and if you're quick enough, you can use the springs on the sides of the stage and bounce into them for a combo. And for any of the casual Smash players out there that love items, like myself, this stage has some arms joints that will drop items into a crate and you'll have to break them. This is like some sort of way just so that the items will just randomly appear out of nowhere, and it will serve as like a more convenience. That's about everything that was covered for Min Min. Now, let's talk about all the other stuff that were announced. We got some more Mii costumes! We got Ninjara, a character from ARMS that Sakurai earlier in the presentation was considering adding to the game before Min Min. Another returning Mii costume, young Heihachi from Tekken. The Squid Girls, Callie and Mary from Splatoon. And finally, we have the Vault Boy from Fallout. Okay, so now I have two things to say about this. One, how come this time around Mii sword fighters get no love when it comes to Mii costumes? And two, why is it at each and every single new Mii costume presentation, it's always a new costume for the gunner? Like, why not the sword fighter and the brawler? Why is it always the gunner? Okay, I need to calm down and not go deep into this because I'm only making myself even more madder on this subject. And finally, we got some gorgeous DLC fighter amiibo. First in line are Joker and Hero. For Joker's amiibo, it's the most visually studied because not only does it closely imitate the render for the game, but it also has this blue effect on the bottom of it, like on the plate, to signify that he is summoning his persona. I don't think you will ever find that much detail into any other figurine than that when it comes to video games. And Heroes, it's just standard. Nothing much about it really stands out as amazing, but it is decent though. And their planned release schedule is fall 2020. So in a couple of more months, these amiibos are going to be released. I already know that people are already looking forward to buying the Joker amiibo day one. I bet there are already pre-orders if it's already set up. All I gotta say to those retailers, good luck. So in conclusion, what do I think of Min Min? Will I get her or will I not? I'll give her a shot. She is totally one of those characters where it'll take some time to get used to her control scheme, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. If Ryu, Ken, and Terry can have their own unique control schemes, why not Min Min? I mean, these are DLC after all. Anything can be pretty much done to them when given the proper thought. And that's the goal in making these DLC characters. They don't want to make these characters just so that they are memorable. They want to make these characters because they want people to have fun with them. That's the goal, and that's our goal. We all share one simple goal in Smash Bros. To have fun. And that's all the time I got for this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like, and check out my other videos if you're interested. A subscription is also highly appreciated. Also, let me know in the comments of what you thought about this video. I wish upon you all a great day, and live it up, Reddit!